Good afternoon, everyone. It is Rachel Kayla here, and I am going to speak with you about curb appeal. So, it's really important when you're selling your home that you make sure you have plenty of curb appeal. What exactly is that? Curb appeal is just the first impression. It's been said you never get a second chance to make a first impression. And as true as that is for human beings, it is also true for a home. If your home does not look good from the outside, you're not going to get a buyer wanting to come in to even see the inside. They're going to check it off their list. So it is essential that you make sure that that exterior looks just as good as the interior. And it's not expensive and it's not difficult to do either. In fact, I'm going to give you 5 easy and inexpensive ways to up the curb appeal on your home. So the first is paint your door. You will see it gives a little pop of color. It makes the home feel more welcoming. It brightens the front of the home up, adds a little bit of contrast and interest, and it makes people want to come in and that front door. They want to open that door and see what's inside. Popular colors, you'll see a lot of reds, blues, like an eggplant purple. Red even is a traditional front door color because it means, in many cultures, good luck. And so they want you to have that luck as you walk into their home. So paint your front door, pick a nice color that complements the color of the rest of the house and make it feel bright and open and welcoming. Number 2, as I look at my notes, you want to upgrade your mailbox. I am so tired of seeing these mailboxes on these beautiful, expensive homes that are the cheapest one they could find at Lowe's or Home Depot. You know the ones I'm talking about. The black, metal, basic mailbox, and then the post looks like something they just grabbed some scrap wood and stuck it in the ground, nailed the mailbox on top. And that really brings down the level of your home, and people start to wonder, well, if they don't care about the mailbox, then what about the inside? They probably don't care about that either. So it doesn't cost a lot of money to get a nice mailbox. You don't have to spend a fortune. You don't have to get something too fancy. In fact, if you go overboard with like the ones that look like little houses, or it starts to look kitschy, but you want to get a nice, classic, simple mailbox that looks like quality because it's going to convey that the rest of the home is a quality home as well. So go ahead and get a new mailbox. It's not going to hurt, I promise you. Number 3, you want to add shutters to the outside of your home. You would not believe the difference it makes when you put shutters on the front of the house. In fact, I ran into that with buyers myself just a few weeks ago. We went to look at 2 houses in the same neighborhood, same house, same floor plan. One had shutters, the other didn't. Guess which house they absolutely loved? The one with the shutters. The other one they said, oh, it looks kind of ugly. I don't like it. And they just weren't attracted to it. And the only difference was shutters. You want to pick something, a lot of people go with black or white, and that's fine. That's enough to add that change in that visual interest. But pick a complementary color to the rest of the house. Another good shutter color is if you have like a cream colored house, maybe go with a dark red or like a brownish red, and it just opens things up in the home, and it makes people, it invites them to come inside. It makes it look homier, and it makes it look a lot more like that dream home that they saw on TV in the movies, you know, with the white picket fence and the 2.5 kids and the dog, and so those shutters help warm up the home and make it look homey. It turns it into a home rather than just a house. So that's shutters. Number 4, and this is serious, well manicured lawn. You wouldn't believe the people who don't trim their shrubs, don't mow their lawn, have weeds popping out everywhere. if you're not taking care of the inside, it gives the impression to a potential buyer that, or you're not taking care of the outside, it gives the impression to a potential buyer that you're not taking care of the inside either. And most buyers don't want a project. They want to come in and put down their furniture and make it home and just call it home. So you're giving them clues that this house is going to be a lot of work. And I'm not talking about massive professional landscaping. Just keep the lawn trimmed, neat and clean. Pull the weeds, mow the lawn, trim the shrubs, maybe plant a few flowers. Make sure that trees and bushes and shrubs are not blocking the windows and the rest of the front of the house. Keep them trimmed down, cut low. But don't let a jungle grow. I've also seen like the English wild gardens, and though those may be beautiful and attract bees, they still look unkept. And so you want a nice, neat, well manicured front yard, backyard too. They're eventually going to see that. Number 5, last one, add some potted plants. It's as easy as that. If you have a porch, hang them. If you just have a little stoop in front of the front door, maybe get them going up the stairs, either on one side or both sides. It doesn't cost much at all. Get some geraniums. Those are great. They add a lot of color. Some greens, maybe a mix. It's easy to find at any garden center, at any home store like Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, especially now as we're moving into spring. But when you add that little touch, it means a lot, and it changes the look of the home. And again, it shows an owner who cares about their home, an owner who has been taking care of their home and is looking at the details. And so that makes buyers want to come inside. They want to see what else you've done. They're excited. In the end, it's simple things that can make the difference between selling your home and not selling your home. And curb appeal is that first hurdle to jump in getting buyers in your house. And so these 5 ways, and I'm going to remind you, there's 5 of them, to improve the look of your home are: 1, paint the door. So important. 2, upgrade your mailbox. Make sure you get a nice one. 3, add shutters to the windows in front. 4, take care of your lawn, folks. This is one that's really a stickler for me. It's really a pet peeve. Just have a well manicured lawn, make it look nice and neat. And 5, add a few potted plants to the front. That's really all you need to do to amp up the curb appeal of your home. And it's the difference between getting lots of people in the door and not having anyone show up at all. So this is Rachel. Thank you for joining me for Facebook Live. I'm so glad you could be here, and I hope to see you soon with more information. Bye.